Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com here with a really neat find on the Apple II. Oregon, as in the Oregon Trail, as in the original version, not the 1985 version that had graphics. This was published around 1980 or 81 by the Minnesota Educational Computing Consortium, MECC for short. And it's a somewhat simpler, but in some ways more complicated version of the Oregon Trail. You've saved $900 to spend for the trip. You've just paid $200 for a wagon. You have only $700 left. Okay, so how good a shot am I? You know what? Let's just say right down the middle. Let's not skimp on the oxen. Let's not skimp on the foodin'. Okay, so that's 540. $20 left to spend along the way. Hey, it's the 1800s. $20 travels. Preparing for the journey. Alright, let's see how this stacks up to the 1985 version that everyone is accustomed to, which is also what's been immortalized in handheld form and in modern day ports. Press the space bar. Alright, 1847. Let us continue. And we got a lot of bullets. I may have overspent on ammo. Let's eat moderately. Riders ahead. They look hostile. Circle the wagons. Wow, okay, I missed. And direct hit. Sorry, bud. The riders were hostile. Check for losses. Hailstorm. Supplies damaged. Remember the Intellivision port we played a while back had a hailstorm, and that kind of surprised me. I guess it was part of the original recipe. Alright, let's continue. Let's continue to eat moderately. Riders ahead. Look hostile. I'm always going to opt to circle the wagons. Whoops. Yeah, I can see that. I also missed. It's kind of difficult to time it. Okay. Check for losses. We lost some food. See, we're missing some miscellaneous. Heavy rain, time and supplies lost. Yeah, this is like 2 steps away from being a text game. We continue. And we continue to eat moderately. Bad illness medicine used. Ugh. Yeah, let's hunt. Let's see what that's like. Oh, it's like the other thing, and I am equally bad at it. Oh. Got one. Missed. Probably also missed. Yep. Got some food. Enough to continue to eat moderately. Circle the wagons for riders. Aim for the whites of their eyes. The riders were hostile. Check for losses. Hailstorm. Okay. It's a lot more primitive than the version that I think most people are accustomed to. Because the 85 edition really has informed the look and feel of everything, the card game and so on. Wild Animals Attack tonight on Fox. Oh, good eating? No. Rugged mountains. The going is slow. Blizzard in the mountain pass. Time and supplies lost. Okay, just answer me this. Am I likely to be eaten by a grue? Let's... kill some more of God's creatures. Because they're tasty. Not too shabby. Okay, we've got some food. Can eat moderately. Wild Animals Attack. Well, it's retaliation for the killing spree I just went on. Okay, now why are we not eating that? Don't answer that question. The movement on the wagon is barely perceptible. Oh, man. Let's stop at the next fort. I don't think we need more ammo. I think we are good on ammo. But we do need to top off our miscellaneous supplies. Continue to eat moderately. Your wagon has broken down. Lose time and supplies fixing it. Well, supplies? As they said in the Weird Al movie UHF. Alright. Let's hunt for giggles. Dear sir and or ma'am. Oh, no venison for you. Slightly less venison. Okay. I remember my dad going deer hunting a lot. Actually, I think, to be totally honest with you, he was going beer hunting. And he did actually bring home meat one time, out of which my mother made, and I don't think this was her fault, the worst chili I have ever tasted in my life. Ooh. Alright. Rough going here. Feels like a NORAD status screen tracking the wagon. We continue. We've got plenty of food. All that horrible venison. Oof. Lose time and supplies fixing it. Okay. How am I on supplies now? How supplies am I going to be when I see this number? Because we're running out of... Ooh. Continue. And continue to eat moderately. Okay, we spent more supplies here. We're getting close, but I'm nervous about the supplies situation. This is taking a minute. Okay, we definitely need to stop at the next fort and spend our last $5 on supplies. We can continue to eat moderately well. Oof. Time and supplies lost, time and supplies lost. Well, good thing I blew that $5 on those, but we're going to be out of luck next time. Yeah, no further supplies. Not exactly something you can hunt for. Cross your fingers that we make it. We ran out of medical supplies. You died of pneumonia? But I thought I was going to die anyway. The original Oregon Trail, unforgiving. A bit more rough around the edges, a bit more primitive compared to the one that everyone's used to. But this is kind of where it started. Now, you have to keep in mind, the game is older than the Apple II as a hardware platform. The Oregon Trail was originally programmed on a mainframe computer and delivered its game status updates on paper via teletype because it didn't even have a monitor. That's how primitive it was. And yet, the concept of that game endured well enough that there was demand for it to be ported in even this primitive form to the Apple II, and then to be updated later so it was more of a game, in the real-time, the era of real-time programming that you would need for arcade games and the like. So, quite an interesting history behind the game. Definitely the all-time champ of edutainment.